NCAA-sanctioned professional wrestling. This is indeed Georgia Championship Wrestling, and one of the outstanding athletes in the United States today in professional wrestling, the bad man from Borger, Texas, Stan Hansen, is with me.
Thanks for the compliment, Gordon. You know, there's a lot of things going on around the state of Georgia, like I was saying a little earlier. You know, they got this big, nasty guy in here. What's his name?
Sterling Golden.
That's right, Sterling Golden. The guy's 6'7". He weighs about 320 pounds, and look, believe me, I mean, I just looked at him, and he looks very, very capable of taking care of himself. You know, you got the Crusher. Everybody's really gone crazy about the Crusher, and I can see why, because he's like Bob Armstrong says, and you say too, he's made a lot of predictions, and they come true. And he's teamed up with Big Tommy Rich, and everybody in Georgia and all over the country knows that Tommy Rich can get the job done, and they are the champions. And, you know, you got Ernie Ladd, and everybody's going crazy around here. Everybody's trying to get the belts. Cox has the belt. The Heenan family's right involved in it. I'm involved in it. I just hope I get a chance. You know, you got Big Andre coming around a little bit, 7'4". I like to see him get in the ring. And, again, this Sterling Golden, you know, he's got the squeezy or whatever it's called, the Goldie squeezy, or I don't even know what to think. Something he made up. Well, let me tell you something. I got this old lariat. And I'll get in there, and if you want to put $1,000, maybe I like money a little bit too. You know, I've done a lot of things. People know I've done a lot of things for money. And $1,000 means a lot to me. I might put my lariat up against that golden squeeze or whatever it's called. I just like to get in the ring and see how tough this guy is.
Well, there you have it, an open challenge. And so the first man to answer the challenge from Sterling Golden is indeed Stan Hansen. During this next hour, we're going to be seeing Sterling Golden in action. We'll be seeing Jacques Goulet, also from Russia, Chris Markov, and a host of others. So a lot of action upcoming during the next hour, so by all means, do stay tuned. We'll be back with our first match right after we pause for these important words.
Ball with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first from Brownsville, Tennessee, weighing in at 242 pounds, Carl Fergie. Carl Fergie. His partner from Tampa, Florida, weighing in at 245 pounds, Rick Oliver. Rick Oliver. Waiting now on the opponent's end of the ring, the NWA Georgia Tag Team Champions. Weighing in at 252 pounds, the man who made Milwaukee famous, the Crusher. The Crusher. His partner from Nashville, Tennessee, weighing in at 232 pounds, Wildfire, Tommy Rich. Tommy Rich. The referee is Tommy Weathers.
Okay, Tommy Rich and the Crusher moving into the ring now. They are the Georgia Tag Team Champions. Moving into the ring, and it is, you can hear them saying rat-a-tat-ta. They're picking up on the sounds by the crowd. Here, the slogan from the Crusher himself, the man who made Milwaukee famous. Waiting now for the bell to ring. So we're seeing the Georgia Tag Team Champions in action. Tommy Rich in the red. The Crusher in the purple, going up against Carl Fergie. He's in the turquoise trunks. Rick Oliver in the navy blue, or royal blue, rather. Slide headlock, and it is Fergie powered off. Catches Rich. Good forearm. Rich drops to the canvas, stays down. High hip toss on Fergie. And Fergie backing away. And obviously very upset over the presence of the Crusher in that corner. Side headlock now. Bag is made, and the Crusher moves in. And the Crusher catches Fergie, drives him to the canvas. Crusher smashing Fergie into the turnbuckle. Backdrop on Fergie. Crusher using the flat of the foot very effectively. And the Crusher catches him again. And Oliver appeared to be a little bit reluctant to make that tag, to step in there against the Crusher, and I can't say that I blame him. I'm sure if Oliver had his druthers, he'd rather... No, sir, he fired away, caught the Crusher. Oliver hurtled into the far turnbuckle. Crusher catches him with a knee to the midsection, makes the tag with Tommy Rich. Tommy Rich moves into the ring. Tommy Rich, beautiful flying drop kick, well executed, lateral press. Oliver powers out before the count of three. Oliver, 245 pounds. Rich brings him up, beautiful vertical suplex. And that may be all she wrote for Rick Oliver. No, sir, it was not. Rick Oliver caught him coming in. Catches him again. Rich, a little overconfident that time. And so Tommy Rich paying for that mistake. Fergie quick to seize advantage of that. Catches Rich, drives him to the canvas. Now Rich fires in the midsection, fires again. Between the legs, makes the tag with the Crusher. Off the ropes, the Crusher catches him. The Crusher, another shoulder smash, the third shoulder smash, catches Rick Oliver on the far side, moves in on Fergie once again, has him up. Full body slam, makes the tag with Tommy Wildfire Rich. Tommy Wildfire Rich moves in, fires him off the rope, caught him with an elbow. Fergie is down, Wildfire, not even trying to pin him this time, wants to bring him up again. A full body slam, cross body block. Crusher in there against Fergie, Tommy Wildfire Rich against Rick Oliver. All four of them in the ring at the same time. And they hurdle Fergie and Oliver into each other. The Crusher said, Tommy Wildfire Rich, a vertical body block. Fergie dropped out of the ring.
About Cox, he has great wrestling knowledge, great wrestling skill. Cox keeping those legs tied up of Lynn Owens. And it's referee Ron West warning Cox once again. Lynn Owens still trying to extricate himself. And it's Cox putting more and more pressure. Cox, short chopping punch to the head. And it is Owens trying to escape. Those legs bent and twisted in that angle could very easily cramp on him. And Heenan diverting the attention of the referee. Cox taking full advantage of that situation. And a continuing battle between the referee and Cox. Cox, as I said, of course, still holds the Georgia Heavyweight Championship. Owens fires to the midsection. Owens fires to the midsection again. And started to choke that time. The referee told him to break. And it's Cox catching him. Smashing blow to the forehead. Again, Cox using that right hand. And you can hear the crowd picking up the chant, "We want Tommy." Cox, inside step over once again. Ties up that leg of Lynn Owens. And it's Owens getting a side headlock, trying to break it up. And Cox's head being pulled and trying to escape, trying to pull that arm of Lynn Owens off. Owens brings him on down. Cox keeps the hold, but all right, again, Cox keeps that leg imprisoned. And Owens looking around. I imagine he'd like to have those ring ropes a lot closer to him. And again, Heenan saying something to the referee, and again, Cox taking quick advantage of that situation. Forearm into the chest of Lynn Owens. Another forearm. And you notice Cox went after that, the knee now, concentrating on the legs of Lynn Owens. moves him out. Now then, the flat of the foot to the quadriceps femoris muscles. You can see Cox grabbing that ring rope. Now watch this. Watch carefully now. This is the sort of... Well, I thought perhaps Cox was going to try again to use that rope. Well, he is using that bottom rope. And the referee backing him up, and Cox just sort of throwing the referee to one side. Again, Cox. And there you see Heenan applauding. Owen on the canvas, and Cox continues to press his advantage. Owen turning into his man. Again, Cox concentrating on the left leg of Lynn Owen. Now with a toe hold once again. Into the ropes, the referee calls for the break. Owen trying to come up, and he's got problems now with that left leg, and it is Cox continuing to take advantage of it. One to the base of the skull, and again it is Cox. Okay, a crotch ride on the legs. Rear chin locking, and wait a minute. He is conceding.
In that particular episode, I want to take a moment now to talk to Ricky Fields. I'm having a little trouble understanding him.
Well, I'll tell you what, Hanson's out here, Heenan's out here running his mouth and everything. Well, Ole and Hanson are hot enough about this whole thing. They just may take him up on that challenge about the belts. It's hot enough that just I would take it up on him.
That would be interesting indeed to find out if that would happen, and hopefully we'll find out before this program is over, Rick.
That's right. That's one match I'd like to see myself.
Amen to that. All right, I'll tell you what.
Houston, as I said earlier, of course, a member of the board of directors of the National Wrestling Alliance, and just an outstanding gentleman. I'm very proud to call him my friend, Mr. Paul Bosch.
Gordon, it's nice to be here, and I think I picked a particularly propitious day to be here because I was just talking with Bob Armstrong again about the alliance with Ole Anderson, and, you know, I think Heenan has made a mistake. I think when you offer a man money to replace what he feels is his honor, and as rough and as rugged and as hard to get along with as Anderson has been, somewhere underneath that guy, he's got a line and he won't go beyond it. Everybody has. He has one too. And I think Heenan, in offering money, has stirred Anderson to the point where nothing would keep him from backing Armstrong all the way. That's the way I feel about it.
I think you're exactly right, and I think it is important to note, too, as you said, that although I've never cared for the philosophy that Ole Anderson has used in professional wrestling, one has to admit that when he makes statements, he backs them up.
Yes, well, I have had, of course, proof in a business fashion with him and dealing with him in the past that he would stick with what he said, and he has stuck with it, and I don't think anything is going to budge him from his agreement with Bob Armstrong, particularly not Heenan now, and particularly not money.
I think that's an excellent point and well made by Mr. Paul Bosch. And I might just point out that during the next hour, we've got a lot of very, very exciting matches.
Trying to form a bridge, and he does. Mike Boyer, to no avail as far as breaking away from that hold by Mr. Rassing, too. Up on his knees now, trying to get a little leverage. Believe you me, the cobwebs are spinning in the head of Mike Boyer. He's been backing away now. Mr. Rassing literally hurls him high in the air and coming down with a thud like a sack of cement. Mike Boyer. There he is. We told you to watch that speedy knee.